Diamond's been in business since 1968. I was first a customer of Diamond early on, and then I was employed at Diamond in the customer service portion, and that was in the mid-'80s. And then we had an opportunity to come back and buy Diamond in 2000. Way back in 1968, Diamond was the leader in the Pro Stock stuff. They did a lot of the early Pro Stock engines, and then they moved on and they did a lot of NASCAR stuff after that. And after we purchased the company, we had an opportunity to work with Greg Anderson on his Pro Stock deal. So it was kind of like history repeating itself. Yeah, I learned early on when I was employed at Diamond, one of the things that I really appreciate about the founders of Diamond is they gave everybody the same support. At that time, we were doing a lot of NASCAR work, and if an average Saturday night racer called, he got the same product, support, and attention that the Richard Petty's and some of the well-known people got, and I really appreciated that. We've tried to instill that today. Well, I would think the future for Diamond is just to continue to do what we've been doing and listen to the customer, try to provide him with the products and the service that he needs. So I think the future of Diamond, hopefully, is it continues to repeat history.
Years of experience with standard design criteria that's tried and true. You know, that's really how we've done most of our design to date. Is the best thing we can do is get a starting point. You know, you give us a sample or some idea of exactly what you're doing, and more than likely we've done something like that or very similar before, and from there that gives us our starting point. So I think that's the biggest thing. My name is John Kemp, and I'm engineering manager for Diamond Pistons. I've been here for 18 years. Most of our research and development process comes from iterative design revisions. That means that the customer generally sends us some information or a piston itself that they've started with. From that point, we can do some reverse engineering, gather what the skirt may look like, as well as other characteristics of the piston. So in testing and development, the customer may send us a sample. The customer may send us a chamber mold, piston, cylinder head, any one of these items we can reverse engineer and scan and or CMM inspect to derive the data needed for a custom piston design. So combustion chamber, we can scan that combustion chamber, create the offset. We can scan the valve locations, create those locations, all on custom cylinder head or custom piston requests that don't exist. So anything that we need to reverse engineer to derive whatever geometry we need, we can do that. From substructures, we only have so many forgings that can fit particular designs. So we do have the option and capability to create a billet design. When I say a billet design, that billet design can have this feature machined underneath as opposed to forged, or let's see, any type of custom feature that you wouldn't generally see on the underground of a standard forging. Those are the things that we can machine in, and that's our starting point of that substructure. From there we can tweak where we actually put the support ribs, support struts. We can also perform finite element analysis to look and see how those loads affect the function of that component, and we can adjust properly. From there, it's up to the customer to test that and make us aware of any type of issues that they may see or any type of benefits in that change that they may see. And we can move through that design process on the next revision and continue to make improvements to that part. So they're going to test a combination of dyno and track, have a run component. They're going to send that run component back. We have inspection capabilities that allow us to put something on a CMM, laser scanner, and or form profile checker. We can check the flatness of a ring groove, we can check the cylindricity of a pin bore, we can check whether the skirts have started to collapse and started enhancing that secondary motion of the, and increasing the secondary motion of the piston as it's transitioning back up into the bore. We can also look at any type of scuff marks on the skirt. Those are also a good storyteller of what may be happening in the bore. Most customers don't have the proper instrumentation to be able to look at things at the OE level. One big one would be as easy as installing temp plugs on the undercrown of a piston, but that's a specific test, and a lot of these specific tests aren't necessarily paid for by a customer. So we rely on constant feedback from the customer to give that iterative design and revision improvement criteria. Now, one big improvement that we made years ago and we still continue to use to this day is center of gravity piston balancing. That allows us to locate the center of the balance of the piston to the center of the pin bore. That assists in that secondary motion in rock, especially on parts that have a large dome on one side and typically favor one side or the other in mass. As the piston speed increases, these types of changes also enhance the function of the piston. Another thing we're always trying to improve on is different surface treatments for the piston, whether it be our typical anodize or a ceramic coated crown or a moly coated skirt. This is going to lessen the friction of the part. This is going to protect the crown as a thermal barrier. The largest reason to anodize would be to prevent micro-welding of the top ring. The anodize protects as a heat barrier to the 2618 or 4032 aluminum and assists in removing that heat and removing the localized hot spots from areas. What sets Diamond apart from the competitors is that we create lots and lots of custom features. So no matter what you send us piston-wise, we will figure out a way to machine it. So from research and development standpoint, we can carry on with any research and development and iterative design process that's necessary, and we will strive to do that. We're not a company that you just order one thing from and that's all you get. For this part that I have in my hand, this is a full billet slug for a diesel. You can see it has many, many custom options on it. Some may have come from a run sample that the customer had given us, but we worked backwards to reverse engineer this, get this into the customer engine, and support him all the way through research and development, his own dyno testing, and into the vehicle. Whether it's a custom feature or support that you're in need of, Diamond Pistons is here to support you. We'll work from start to finish on your custom design and development project, and we'll be here every step of the way if you need us.
Our relationships with some of the higher end teams and the guys that are winning really help us because it allows us to develop a better product that helps understand, and it also showcases that the product's that good. We have guys out there going and setting records using our product. It allows the people that are trying to follow that suit to understand that that's the steps they need to take.
Jackson KTR here at Lights Out 11 at South Georgia Motorsports Park. We got the Shadow 2.0 on maximum kill. The components that it takes to keep this engine and this race car alive, running 215 miles an hour and going 354 on a street tire, are pretty substantial. We do a lot of abuse to the engine. This thing's pretty much detonating from the time I start it to the time I shut it off. If you guys watch the car run, you can see how much smoke's coming out of the trunk down there. We're almost burning it up every pass. I've ran Diamond Pistons and Trend Performance products for the last decade, and there's nothing else I trust to put in my engines to handle the kind of abuse that I put on them. And when you got Billy Stocklin putting a main jet in it, you just really never know what can happen.
What's up guys, Alex Laughlin here, winner of Lights Out 10, US Nationals, and I run Pro Stock, Pro Mod, and Radio vs. the World, and I run Diamond Pistons in literally every single car. We've made record runs and everything. There's no doubt that Diamond Pistons is the absolute best manufacturer in the industry, and I've seen these guys stuff. They've got a top-notch operation, and there's no doubt that these guys have the best products in the industry, and that's why we run them in everything.
Hi, my name is Mike Panetta. I am the Sales and Product Manager for Diamond Racing Products. Been with Diamond for 17 years, sales lead and product manager for over 12. Diamond's main focus is custom pistons. With our custom pistons, we are enriched with machining features, engineering, and other aspects of making a custom piston. Anything from a 2.750 bore to a 5.750 bore, in that range. We have forgings and the ability to make a full billet part. Some of the features that Diamond offers as a standard on a custom piston would be either a full round conventional style piston, forging, or an inboard slipper style or strutted, as many call it in the industry. Standard features include finished pin bores, ultra flat ring grooves, oil drain backs, forced pin oilers, and or internal milling for weight and unique crown shapes. Diamond's capabilities via our machining equipment and our engineering capabilities allows us to mimic any factory style DI dish, unique dome shape, dish shape, pocket location. A nice feature about Diamond's parts, come standard, is our 3D milling on the crown. Our 3D milling allows us to machine radius all the sharp edges on the crown. That saves the engine builder from having to hand blend the part before installation. Diamond's custom piston program allows us to build any piston for your 4-stroke engine, anywhere from street, strip, to marine, to drag race, to circle track, diesel, vintage replacements, anything that you can come up with, we have either a forging or a billet design that will work for that application. One of the features that Diamond offers is our coating, our surface treatment. On any custom piston, we have a few options in coating. We offer a ceramic coating for the crown. The benefits there is a thermal barrier protection that allows to reflect the heat back into the chamber and not through into the top ring and the ring grooves. Diamond also offers a moly skirt coating. We do this in 2 different applications, a spray-on coating and then a screen print version. This is done mostly on our shelf stock, where a sprayed-on coating can be applied to any custom part. We get into our anodized offerings. We offer 3 different options there. Our Type 3 anodized, which is seen here as a green coating, we anodize as a complete part. The benefits here are micro welding of the ring groove protection, thermal protection of the crown, and also expansion protection. With the anodize, it's an impregnation process. The anodize actually soaks into the surface around a thou and then also builds up on the outside of the surface around a thou. So it gives you a 2 thou protection before you get to any raw aluminum. Our third type of anodize is what we call our PTFE coating. It's a Type 3 anodize that's actually sealed with a PTFE Teflon. The reason why we do that is the PTFE actually fills the pores in the surface of the anodize, which allows it to have a smoother, softer surface to wear on under operation. This type of coating we usually use in a street application or methanol or alcohol applications. Diamond Piston's ordering process for customs is fairly simple. We require a custom piston form filled out. Either that can be supplied to you by your tech salesperson, or it can be filled out directly from our website. This form features all the critical dimensions needed to build a part based off of your engine measurements: bore size, stroke, rod length, block deck height, cylinder head information, application, and what features you would like the part to have. Once the form is submitted, our helpful sales and tech staff work with you to finalize the process of the build. They will give you their recommendations of what features your application should use on the piston. Here at Diamond, our sales staff is built of racers and engine builders. You can reach one of Diamond's sales reps for any of your custom piston needs, either at 586-792-6620, or you can reach us from our website at www.diamondracing.net.
Diamond supplied our LS Competition Series piston kits for this build. The Competition Series kits feature 3D crown milling, ultra flat ring gears, precision honed pin boards, and a moly skirt clip. Included as a standard package, these kits include gas nitrided ring sets featuring a Napier second ring and a standard tension oil ring, along with a Trend Performance 4130-185 wall drip. Diamond's Competition Series offers over 100 different part numbers for the LS and LC engine family.
What a day, what a day, what a day. Yeah, my brain is swollen. I've learned so much today. They told us, don't start cars. We are not going to listen.